Capricorn, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Capricorns, please. Okay, Capricorn, your energy is the Seven of Swords. Your person, the Nine of Cups. All right. They're viewing you as the Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. What you're not seeing is the Hanged Man showing up in reverse. And the final outcome, we see the Three of Swords, okay? And we have the Six of Wands. All right, Capricorn, so with the Six of Wands here, I feel like you're feeling pretty good. This is an energy of feeling on top of the world. This is experiencing victory, success, getting reward and recognition. This is also a lot of, getting a lot of attention right now. Now, with the Seven of Swords, I feel like you may be admiring somebody from afar. You may be crushing on someone here. Because I did get with the Seven of Swords and then the Nine of Cups that, this is your secret wish fulfillment. These are your secret desires. All right. But the Seven of Swords can also indicate that you're experiencing something that's draining your time, your energy, your love, your money, your resources. Okay. So we have the Six of Pentacles. So a lot of my Capricorns, you're putting yourselves out there, okay? You're dating. Maybe you're not really dating anybody seriously, but you may be talking to a few different people. The Six of Pentacles also tells me that despite whatever this is that you're keeping to yourself or that you might feel as being a little bit draining, I feel like you're still finding balance despite that. Now, at the soul level, you're viewing this person as the Eight of Wands in reverse. So you may feel like you have to read between lines of communication here with this person. Like you're not really sure how they feel. You're not really sure what they want. And you may be a little bit upset because you may feel like their energy is scattered. Like their intention and their focus isn't completely on you. But you're viewing the relationship as the Four of Wands, 11-11. So you feel like there's a really strong soulmate connection here. You want this to be something that's a higher level of commitment. You want there to be stability. I just feel like you want to take things to the next level here with this person. Now, this person, Eight of Pentacles, may be someone that you see out and about. So someone that you see at work or at school, at the gym, anywhere you go back to, right? Somewhere you frequent or somewhere you go back to regularly. And before we get into their energy, let's take a look at the oracle cards. Pay attention here to repeating sixes as well. All right, in the making. So you're entering a new reality, opening up to new levels of you and where your best self exists. It's your time to shine, so don't hold anything back. Okay? So yeah, I actually think it is your time to shine right now, Capricorn. But I do feel like there's something here that's kind of holding you back. Like, I don't know if you have some worry or some anxiety about this person or this connection or where things are going. All right, Spirit saying that it's time to prioritize your spiritual growth and don't allow the cares of life to squeeze out your goal to grow spiritually. Okay? And bad timing. Everything will come to you at the right time. Be patient. Your time will come. Okay, so there could be divine timing at work. Things aren't really unfolding the way that you want them to with this connection. Either it's someone you're crushing on and you feel like they're not seeing you, but everybody else is, or they're not seeing you the way you're seeing them. Or if you're dating this person casually, because the Nine of Cups certainly can be somebody who's fun to go out with, somebody who, you have a good time getting drinks and dinner and hooking up with, but it's not full on serious yet. And we have conflict resolution. So Spirit saying differences are bound to create conflict, but no matter how intractable, All conflicts are capable of peaceful resolution through compromise. Okay, so again, maybe some of you you're fighting or you're arguing with this person. That's a strong indication that that this can be healed. But I also feel like you and this person, there's potential to bring this connection into balance. But right now, it's like this person isn't fully focused on you. Again, they might not be communicating with you much. Again, if it's a secret admirer, it could just be that you have limited communication, unclear communication with them. Or, if it is someone you're dealing with, there could be a little bit of a pause here. All right. But Spirit's saying there's a reason for this. So be patient. Right now, focus on your spiritual growth. Something is happening here. Now, the 9 of Cups tells me this person is your wish fulfillment. I feel like this is someone who's very fun to be around. The 4 of Cups in reverse tells me that they are emotionally open and available. And they may be, they may be dating. They may be dating other people. They might be dating, they could be seeing other people casually. They could just be that you and them are kind of casually seeing each other. There's nothing quite serious here. But we see the 10 of Cups. This person is open to a relationship. And the Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. I think this person sees that this relationship or this connection with you, whatever it might be, like I said, whether it's a crush, whether it's somebody you're dating casually or somebody you're having a pause with, I think they see clearly what they want. I think this person is also coming right for you. Now, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, this person might feel, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, that you're not giving emotionally to this connection. Even if you're willing to and you really have strong feelings for this person, they might not be reading it that way. They may also recognize that you're feeling a little bit emotionally drained. All right, Temperance energy. Okay, so this person might feel Temperance in reverse for me can also be like, they can see you as giving them the cold shoulder. The Devil in reverse, they might, some of you, you're cleaning up your side of the street. You're kicking bad habits. Okay, so that could be quitting drinking, quitting smoking. And we see the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. It could also be overworking. If my Capricorns out there, if some of you are workaholics, for example. But I kind of feel like this person feels like your focus is elsewhere. Even though what's interesting is you're very heavily focused on them. But I kind of feel like there's a conversation that needs to take place so that you two can get clarity about what you're looking for. Because it does feel like you both want the same things here. All right, but it feels like there's been like unclear or limited communication. Now, your person could be a Leo, okay, with the Strength card. But this person is holding back. They're being strong. They're watching and they're waiting, I think, to see what you're going to do next. But I think they are worried about either third-party interference here, Capricorn, or maybe they feel all your efforts and energy are going into, healing something or kicking bad habits or, changing up your lifestyle. You're, creating more of a work-life balance. All right, what else do we need to know about them? So, gossip energy. They may have also heard gossip about you, Capricorn, that may have stalled things or caused them to pull back. But this person is somebody that awakens the considerations for the feelings of others. And this is somebody that you can trust. All right. And we see the slave archetype. So giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I do think maybe this person is a little bit worried about making a choice here about this connection. They're not completely trusting, whether or not they should move forward. Now, I do think they will. I do think this is somebody who's honest. I think this is somebody who's coming towards you. I think they're emotionally available. I think they want a relationship with you. But they might not fully trust that, I don't know, the divine has got their back or they're going to have victory and success here. All right, Capricorn. How are they viewing my Capricorns? All right, so we see the bully archetype coming out in reverse. So conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Okay, they may feel like you're a little bit they might find you to be a bit intimidating, Capricorn, is what I'm getting. Or they might be a little bit worried that you don't want to, you don't want to fight for this, is kind of what I'm getting. And we see the rescuer also showing up in reverse. So assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued needy. Okay, so what's interesting, I don't think that's necessarily the exact feeling I'm getting from this card. The light attribute is somebody who provides strength and support to others in crisis and acts out of love with no expectation of reward. This person might be questioning your motives, Capricorn. Okay, and they might be worried that, you don't want something long-term. Something long-term, for example, or that you don't want to, that you're not going to stick around when things get tough. Because it feels like you've been in this 9 of Cups energy, right? Around, like having fun, but I don't think they're clear on what you want. Victory and, wanting union, wanting something stable, wanting something secure. Behind the scenes, we see the Hanged Man energy in reverse. So this person is seeing things differently, this Pisces energy. They're feeling disappointed, left out in the cold. They want to heal things. This person wants a relationship with you. But with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, they may feel like they're not good enough, is kind of what I'm getting. And, that may come as a major surprise to you, Capricorn, that this person feels like maybe they think you don't think they're a good partner, or they don't think you're good enough. So the Three of Swords is about, that they don't think they're good enough, not you. All right, so it's interesting. It's like I think this person questions whether or not you're that into them. And what's interesting here is you are. You want this. It's like you both want the same things. And this Three of Swords, I was a little bit worried about this when I pulled it, but I'm not seeing it as a heartbreak. I'm seeing it as getting to the heart of the matter, because I think then you realize that you and them, you are on the same page. Bossing up, Emperor energy, Aries energy, the 9 of Pentacles, being in a healthy energy, trusting your intuition, the High Priestess. I think the universe is moving things around here to bring you something that's really solid and stable and healthy. And I think this person wants to step up. I think you're also being advised to step up and get to the heart of the matter here. And the Star card. So we had Leo and Aquarius energy. So this is somebody who's balanced. This is somebody who either wants to heal things, or they're seeing long term with you. Okay, they're seeing a future. You are their wish fulfillment, just as they are yours. But I feel like you've been keeping some feelings to yourself here, Capricorn. All right, what else do we need to know about this person? All right, so we see sealed with a kiss. Okay, so this person, they definitely think about your intimacy. They feel like this is, sealed with a kiss. They feel like this could be like a done deal, like you're the one that they want. You and them are getting closer. And we see intuitive insight, so really trust your intuition here. Okay. What do they want to say to you? I just see like this person wants a future with you, Capricorn. I'm waiting patiently. I've saved your texts and messages. And you let me down. Now, I don't think you've let them down, but I think they're starting to worry here about whether or not, you're going to step up, or you want to take this to the next level. All right, so we see rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. Although I don't think that there's a rejection right now. I think there's a little bit of a pause. I think there's a little bit of confusion right now which is helping you both get really clear on what you want. We see boundaries, firm boundaries are needed now. Okay, so I don't necessarily know that it's boundaries, but I'm kind of linking this to the Emperor energy, where it's important to step up and speak your truth and get to the heart of the matter. And this person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. And I feel like what's happening between the two of you is also meant to teach you a spiritual lesson. All right. But if you need some time to figure out what you're going to say or how you want to approach this, Capricorn, Spirit saying a time alone or in nature will help you recharge. All right. Any other advice and guidance for my Capricorns, please? Final messages, advice, and guidance. So honor yourself. Recognize the hard work you've put into where you are today. Instead of thinking how far you still have to go, remind yourself of all that you've accomplished and be proud. Yeah, and that really takes us back to that Six of Wands energy. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we see connect to intuition, which is this High Priestess energy. Your intuition knows the way. Your intuition is probably confirming a lot of these messages that are coming through in this reading. Repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in this situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. Now remember, when we pray, we ask. When we meditate, we receive those answers. But I think it's very clear. I think I've got two people here that want the same things, but they just haven't fully addressed it. But you both want a relationship with each other. You both want something solid, stable, and secure. All right, so I'm going to leave it here, Capricorn, sending you so much love and light. Take care.